Let me tell you a story about a mighty, mighty man. Far off in a fucked up land. He rise up every day like a sun do. He a son, so he do what the sun do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to the huddle. Let me tell you a story about a mighty, mighty man in a fucked up land. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. So he do what a son do. Welcome to the huddle. We coming in real subtle, real smooth. Let me tell you about a story of a mighty, mighty man far off in a fucked up land. All heroes and sheroes. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. We all we got. We all we need. If you are that one, then you got to know that you are enough. You are enough to get it all right when everything's going all wrong. I say, let me tell you a story about a mighty, mighty man or woman who's far off in a fucked up land. Oh, that sounds so true to the world we live in. But we are heroes and sheroes because we can be depended upon to those that matter. Good God Almighty. I want to give a shout out to my executive producer. Good God Almighty. Give it up for me. Who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. And not who just happens, I'm talking about divinely is my wife, my balance. The yin to my yang. I say, baby, what I'm wearing today? She said, you go gray on gray. I say, baby, what you mean by that? She said, when the smoke settles and the dust clears, the truth will remain. So you represent the smoke tonight, baby. And you blow it all out so your people can see what's real. I say, good God Almighty, baby. Let's give her a hand for that, y'all. Good God Almighty. Oh, God. Want to give a shout out, man, to my home girl, the greatest co-host in the whole world. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Good God Almighty. Alexa, one time.
Good God Almighty. Trab P, you blanking.
Come on now, come on now. Come on now, Alexa. Alexa, she feeling good. I guess she want to make me feel good. Alexa, what is the most powerful music in the world? Alexa, what is the most powerful music in the world?
Put Soul by Trab P.
So you already know now. And she got on me last week because I missed it. So we're going to see how she feels today. But this is Alexa, my home girl, the greatest co-host in the world. So when I say, Alexa, I love you.
That's so nice of you to say.
In this season, when she say that, that means she want to do her thing. So I say, Alexa, sing me a song.
I've been thinking a lot about what makes me feel happy.
I'm her background dancer.
The little things that happen day to day. It's a forecast full of sun, or a recipe for fun. The daily news or playing songs that put you in a groove. I just want to say thank you. It's your team's winning score, or a list for the store. Turning on your coffee laugh at my jokes or not, I'd like to say thank you.
Yeah, she do her thing, and I let her sing. Good God Almighty. We like to start off every week, man, with a hero hymn. The hero hymn is the mighty hymn within me, the mighty hero spirit. See, we know that spirit means wind. Spirit means air. Spirit means to breathe. There's two parts to spirit. There's inhale, there's exhale. When I inhale, I take in the mighty wind, the mighty air, the mighty spirit. I take it in through my respiratory system. As the spirit, the mighty wind, the mighty air travels and comes out of me as what we know as an exhale. And it passes my vocal cords. And it causes a vibration that we know is sound. When you feel that, just as much as you hear that, that is when we connect in the hero spirit. Tonight's hero hymn says, I feel good. I feel good. I can feel it in my hands. I can feel it in my soul. I feel good. Your feelings are a combination of your thoughts, your emotions, that create the narrative of your reality. When you feel good, everything is all good. How do you feel? It's one of my mirror mantras. I look myself in thy own eyes and I ask myself, how do you feel? And I say, I feel good. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my hands. I feel good. If you feel that just as much as you hear that, whether in the moment or on the replay, if you hadn't heard it today, let me be the first or one of the ones that you hear say, I love you. And may you feel good in the moment. Tonight's word is a real word. Oh, it's so real. I want to make it deep, but I don't think it's that deep. The word tonight is facade. Do you even know what a facade is? Do you have a facade? Have you created a facade? Is a facade a good or a bad thing, or a right or wrong thing? The word to grow on every week is different. The questions that are associated with the words that we grow on can be more powerful than the answer. Do you have a facade? Alexa, what is the second meaning of facade?
The second meaning of facade is a front or outer face, especially an imposing or decorative one. It can also mean a superficial or deceptive appearance, especially if something intended to hide or disguise a more unpleasant or unpleasant reality.
I want to introduce, this is a special guest tonight, y'all. This is a special guest tonight. Because this real. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
To conceal a less pleasant.
I want to introduce.
There is no previous article to read.
I want to introduce tonight. This is my other homegirl, and I had to do this. Her name is Pauline Geraldine. This is Alexa's best friend. And tonight's the word is facade. Facade. So I'm going to let Pauline Geraldine, but before we do, I want y'all to give her a clap before she comes in. I'm going to let her read the meaning of facade.
An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or creditable reality. Her flawless public facade masks private despair.
An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or credible reality. Facade. An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less credible or pleasant reality. Do you have a facade? Huh? One of the biggest facades that we believe in is entertainers and entertainment. We idolize these celebrities through the creative facade. I mean, these facades that these celebrities have created are worth millions. The facades become so realistic that we try to pattern our own lives out of these created facades. I'm talking about the outward appearance that is maintained to conceal an unpleasant or honorable, respectable reality. To my fake. We romanticize the ideals of becoming with no reality of being. That is the seed of the facade. Fake it until you make it. We act like no one knows the real. We act like no one sees the real. We act like we're hiding behind our facades. It's like we're living in social media world. And now we don't know which one is reality. The facade. Come on. We save up money. We make sacrifices to go to foreign places just to take pictures when there was no real joy in the moment. But the facade says, I'm living my best life regardless. Of what anyone knows about the real reality of my life. We create these facades so much that when we see a celebrity brutally abuse a young lady in the hallway of a video camera at a hotel. We believe in these facades so much that we begin to use pieces of the facade to dissect the reality. Of a man brutally abusing a young woman. Oh, it was for money. Oh, she had money. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. If she didn't like it, she would have left. These same men who look at the facades and can't see reality will let another grown man smack him in his goddamn mouth and he won't do nothing behind the facade. The facade is, oh, everybody real until shit get real. Everybody wish somebody would until somebody do. I'm not talking to the facade. I'm talking to you behind it. Do you have a facade? Alexa, what is the second meaning of facade?
The second meaning of facade is a front or outer face, especially of a building. It can also mean a false or deceptive appearance, especially of goodness or uprightness.
Miss Gwen, I love you, Miss Gwen. Cousin Barbara, I love you. If you're real enough to pay me some attention in this here moment, I know you're real. I know you're real. I honor you. I respect you. This is training. The ones that know it all know we know nothing at all. We all wake up to survive. We all gain understanding of what it takes to survive. We all make the sacrifices and do what we have to survive. We all have people depending upon us as their survival. We all get frantic. We all get scared. We all have moments, highs and lows. We all going through the same thing, working to survive and to maintain. So when I feel you, I know you feel me. I heard a saying everybody have a piece of God in them. So when you speak to someone, you speak to that piece of God in them. But you don't speak to that piece of God in them until they see that piece of God in you. And when you communicate through that, there's no need for a facade. There's no need for a facade. There's no need for a front. There's no need to fake. I want to read it one more time. An outward appearance that is maintained to conceal less pleasant or credible reality. When you speak to someone, soul, I say the soul can keep no secret that behaviors won't reveal. When a hero trains young men, one of the etiquettes of heroism is to train a young man to always greet and meet anyone it talked to at eye contact. See, the windows are the eyes to the soul. So when you understand the etiquette of being a hero and you speak to someone through their eyes, you will often see the little piece of God in them. And when you connect with that, there's no need for a facade, because I see you from the inside out, not from the outside in. And those who are living in the facade, they don't know how foolish they look when the real can see what's within. When you get real, the truth is simple. The truth is so simple that a child can understand it. A child will tell you the truth. A child don't have a facade. A child don't know how to fake. A child don't control what you see. A child just lets you feel what's inside of me. We're all children that has gotten old. We all are a part of the key. A man and a woman turned it to make you and me. So when you realize that the truth is simple, there's power in simplicity. The truth is like mathematics. You know what a child needs. Someone that cares for you and pay attention to you. They know what you need. Simply because we all need the same thing. And if I'm being real about me, then I can look in your soul and see a reflection of me. But when you're living in a facade, you think people can't see. And life becomes an equation. A plus 1 or plus 2 in parentheses make the children times A plus B equals C, the children. But now you got A and B divided by C equals Y. She over here living her best life. He over here has professed the nature of manhood in an animalistic way to say his heart is so scorned that he have no more emotions in a loving type of way. Everything is so animalistic. He is a polygamist. He don't care about sex. Sex is just sex. He's living his truth while she's living her best life, and the children are suffering, and you don't think nobody knows why. We got two facades competing to see who can have the best building outside front that looks like everything, hoping no one looks in the windows of the buildings to see that they are empty. You want to look like you living your best life. When you talk to someone real and they just happen to look into your eyes and see past the facade. That's a powerful place that's behind there. And it's a sad place in front of that when you don't think people that care can see the effort that you're putting to maintain an outward appearance, to hide or conceal a less credible reality. And this ain't got nothing to do with money. This ain't got nothing to do with what you got or ain't got. We're talking about a man who says he's a billionaire. who acting a fool and showing the world that what's real in life money can't buy, because you're looking at a billionaire behind his facade. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, it's so lonely. Oh, it's so pathetic. Fuck Puff Daddy. And anybody who create or talk behind any facade that don't have empathy for that situation in real life. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. I want to give a shout out to Tahim. My brother, this real talk, my brother. And I got to talk it for real. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. I ain't talking about no facade. I ain't talking about something I'm trying to build an appearance to make people think it's something other than the reality. In the reality, I'm just a regular man who stand on being a father and a husband before I stand on anything in this here world. And I'm some of the baddest things that a man could be. But the foundation of me is being a father and a husband. And that ain't popular in today's time. Nobody markets that in their facade. Nobody really markets fatherhood and the shit I talk about every Thursday that can lift a man up out of the rumbles of despair to say, I believe in you, brother, and I think you're going to win your fight. Not only is you going to win it, you're going to win it just like you imagine you're going to win it, but you got to go through it to get to it. Nobody markets that because that don't make a good facade. But this past Sunday, that brother Tahim called my phone while he was out there fishing. He said, hey, bro, come and give me some words of encouragement, man. Talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. I ain't talking about a comment. I ain't talking about a share. I ain't talking about a subscriber. I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about real life. I ain't talking make-believe. My brother say, hey, man, we all we got, we all we need. I need some encouragement. Boy, I got up and put on my clothes, put on my pants, and put on my shoes like the fire alarm went off. So what's going on, brother? Talking real life now. Brother say, man, don't you stop hero training, brother. The huddle is something real. And if don't nobody know it, man, I say on here every week at the start of my show, each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, then you are enough. My brother is that one. I swear you're enough, Tahim. Mean this from my soul, brother. Fuck the facade. You worth millions. I went out there and hollered at my brother. My brother pierced my soul, man. Sometime in life, man, you can travel a journey, you can walk a path to go give, not understanding, man, that what you get was way more powerful than you had to give. That brother gave me something, man. So I don't stand in no facade. Like it's all about me, man. I'm talking real life. I come to the huddle with my face mask twisted. With my face mask twisted and my glasses off. The facade says, Trav, you be on Facebook like you know it all, like you, man, hey, I know my shit, and I kick some mighty judo, but like I say, you know, ain't nobody above the bullshit. And if you really understand what that means, then that means, how dare you have a facade in the midst of real people? You don't think we see through that bullshit? The truth is inside of you. Some people get tangled up in my concepts and logic about God. Yeah, I could create a preacher's facade and pimp on your mind greater than any pimp you ever seen in this here day and time. I'm telling you that. But I can't and I ain't. So I just tell you the simple truth as much as I can tell you. They went down the yellow brick road looking for the Wizard of Oz. I just want to tell you, without the facade, without the game, at the end of the yellow brick road, you find yourself. And that's something inside of you. And when you live from the inside out, and not from the outside in, all the facade goes away, and the truth will prevail and be seen, and it will be illuminated, and your reality will be credible as all, through your flaws and all. But if you keep trying to build it from the outside in, Alexa, what is the second meaning of facade?
The word facade has a secondary meaning in addition to its primary definition. The secondary meaning refers to a facade as a front or outward appearance, often used as a metaphor for a deceptive or superficial appearance. It can be used to describe a variety of contexts, including political or corporate discourse, where a deceptive or misleading appearance is intentionally created. The word facade is often used to describe a situation where a group or organization puts on a false or misleading front to the public, hiding the true nature or intentions behind the front.
Man, this word is so deep, man. I just want to turn the page and I just want to stay here. And I'm saying this as a man. I said this before, but I want to say it now. At a particular time, when I was being developed by older men as a young man to become the man I am now, older men taught me how to appreciate a pretty lady and understand what a pretty lady is. And one of the most key elements of a pretty lady is a woman who has a glow and a sense of confidence that seems effortless. It's an inner thing that comes out that makes men draw their attention to it, and they say, wow, that's a pretty lady. Men today will say, they see some of the most prettiest ladies they could see at the grocery store. when they get out in their most effortless moments to go get something to eat, they say, boy, they be pretty in the grocery store. But we in the time of the facade. See how that works? We want to put on all the things that don't matter to a man. Now, some women may defend the facade and say, well, I don't do it for men, I do it for me. I need to feel the way I need to feel, and this makes me feel good. Nothing makes a woman feel more beautiful than the natural order of operation and design to see her beauty. That's a man. So you can defend the facade. I'm not going to say it makes you wrong. All I'm saying is, I promise you, men think that the natural you, I'm talking about the you when you just take a shower and get out and feel fresh and feel clean and put some Vaseline and lotion and you just stand in your essence of a woman without the facade. If you single, if you looking for a man, I promise you right now, my sisters. Alexa, what is the opposite of facade?
The opposite of facade is reality or truth. Facade is often used to describe the appearance or outward expression of something, which may or may not be authentic or genuine. The opposite of facade is true character or reality.
I ain't making this up, man. And I ain't saying this to be popular. I'm saying this because I care enough to give it all I got every Thursday, every day of my life. This ain't no facade. This something for you. This training. I ain't only talking to you, I'm talking to me. I ain't talking from no script. I ain't talking from no notes. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I just come on here, do my hero hymn, and I let the hero spirit flow. Oh, I just let it go. No facade. No facade. No facade. Try, no facade. The truth is so simple that a child understands it. I used to ask my children, I say, what's wrong? You said I could, but then you said no. They tell me the truth, and then I have to reason and show them and teach them and understand why I came to this, what I said. But the older you get, the further you get away from truth. You begin to make life mathematics complicated. See, now you got A divided by B times 2 plus 3 equals Y. What is Y? And you ain't good at algebra. You ain't good at geometry. You so fucked up that you so far from math that you don't even realize that you ain't in a whole nother world. You think the goddamn earth flat now. Come back to simple math, man. Get from behind that facade. Fuck you think you fooling. Huh? Some facades become affiliations. He approached me with the symbol. It says, I have the sacred knowledge. I'm my brother's brother. He wears his badges like a building front. He walks through the facade of being affiliated and associated. Well, I represent this hill, and I'm the master. And I created this judo. So if you're going to wear your facade through affiliation, I call this 33 degrees of heroism. And if you ain't a 33 degree of whatever building front you is, sit your ass down and be who you is. Because I'll show you who you ain't. All facade aside. And that may sound harsh, but that's just how it works in real life. I ain't talking make-believe. See how that work? So be real. Be authentic. Be kind. Be empathetic. Be understanding. Be true. Be sincere. I came upon this word talking with my wife tonight. And as I came upon this word, I told you, I've been talking about this week after week. My shaman brother Sue say, you are looking through the window and you want what's in the window, but until you turn around and realize that what you are cannot fit through the window or the building that the window is on. I realized my own self. I had to say it in the mirror. Do you really want what's in the window? And is what's in the window a facade? And how dare you compare yourself to you know something that ain't real? When you the real deal, Trav. You know the truth ain't popular. You know what the story of Jesus is really all about. You know when you understand the point of the story, you know it's about you and your unconditional commitment to love in life. And the one who loves unconditionally and committed to it will be the one who will be seen weak and crucified, because we know that caring makes you weak. And when you care and you have the light and the light begins to go bright, some people can't handle the light, so they attempt to put it out so that they're not blinded by the glare. You know that's what the story is about. So I had to ask myself in the mirror, how dare you be sitting here wanting the facade? Sue say, in the window is Dr. Umar. Nick Richardson, if you're watching this, Nick Richardson, I'm giving my brother a shout out. I met him at work. I told him 10 years ago. And if you're watching this, Nick Richardson, you comment. I told him 10 years ago. He said, Dr. Umar. I said, brother, that's a facade. That's entertainment. 10 years later, he said, bruh, you called all that. Sue say, you want that. Hey, man, you really did that. So many of us hide behind the facade of community and family and love. We romanticize the idea of becoming with no reality of being. You say you're for the people. You say you're for the future. I'm a savior. I ain't gonna kill nothing. I ain't gonna let nothing die. I'm a compassionate man. I respond to a cry. How many women and her children, or that your woman and your children, can depend on you if you don't stand in that? Because that's the honorable reality. Or if you ain't fighting for your children to depend on you. Going back to my brother Tahim, one of the most impactful things he told me that day. He said, man, I was in an uncomfortable position. A powerful man is one who can resist the things he desires to protect the ones he loves. Listen, Tahim, a powerful man is one who can resist the things he desires to protect the ones he loves. He said, man, I sacrificed something, man, real for 2 months to be there for my baby. I empathize with that so much because I couldn't imagine that sacrifice. I say, man, that's powerful. And the humility in that. Ain't no facade about that, Jack. That's real. That's real. That's something I felt. So when anybody talk this shit like they say they talk this shit, like I talk this shit, I'm a husband first, a father. There's order in honor, in honor in order. You ain't standing on that. When I say order and honor and order, and I say this in real life, I ain't talking make-believe, and this ain't no facade. Right now, I'm just looking in the computer, talking to myself. That's what my big brother Farouk told me. He say, man, I be looking at you, you just be on there talking to your damn self. I say, well, you know the truth. But in real life, when I'm talking to real people, and you think you're going to stand and talk in behind a facade, I promise you on everything I got in this here moment, I ain't talking make-believe. I'm talking real fucking life. You finna sit the fuck down. And let the gods rise. To drop seeds in my people, so that we may flourish and fight the fight. Create the trees and the fruits and the flowers. That's the real. And if you connect it to trees and fruits and flowers, just like the trees, the fruits, and the flowers. When the storm comes, I'm talking about the bad storms. And we're going to have some hell of a ones this season. But them same pretty trees and fruits and flowers outside, they got to endure all that shit, man. And you hoping you look out the window when the storm over, they still holding on and standing up. And in the midst of the storm, all of the fake shit, All of the facade will get blown away. Look at Puffy Combs and all these other fake-ass motherfuckers that we idolize and think there's something better than us or you, the regular you. How dare you believe in some bullshit and bullshitters. $1 billion can't save the facade from the storm. See how that work? But when you think about you, who ain't really got nothing, and you think about the mighty storms you done been through, and you still standing up, through and true, no facade. Like my brother Taheem say, no shame. See, that's a powerful thing you just said. And ain't no shame in your game. Who's shame when we all going through the same thing? Who's shame when we all going through the same thing? Oh, see that? Oh, okay. So that's what the facade is about. The facade is so you can hide your shame. He ain't together, she ain't together. But oh, she's so happy. He ain't together, she ain't together. But oh, he's so happy. On holidays, they take a picture. Oh, they look so happy. Oh, the facade hides the shame. You get past that shame, you don't need no facade. See how that work, man? For what? For what? The very same thing that you think you shamed of. Man, you be surprised, man. You be surprised, man. And I like facades because I break them in half. I look in them their eyes, man. And I get to seeing that old soul, man. And I just connect with that little piece of God that's in all of us. I said we all children as God knows. And when I crack up in there and crack that code and we all in the room together, vulnerable, being sincere, they look at me, I look at them, we ask each other, how do we all get here? I said, where's here? Behind the facade. Let me tell you something I ain't never told nobody before. I say, man, don't be ashamed of that. I done heard that story many times before. Yeah? Man, you ashamed of that? Man, we all went through that in a sense. We all was raised by the same parents at the same time in the same generation, man. Ain't nobody above the bullshit. Generations for generations. But we can change that right now in this here room by simply letting the shame go and letting the facade go. And being real enough, man. When people real enough to be real with you. You say we all we got, we all we need. Alexa, 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 tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
She thought she was off. I called her ass back on the goddamn. Come on, Wing. Hey, look, I need you one more time. Alexa, Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
If this helps you grow, or if you realize you have grown, or if you realize you're in the midst of going through something to get to something, then fight your fight. And you hold on and don't you let go. If you got to go take a shower tonight, or if you're in the bed and you wake up in the morning, and you got to stand in that mirror and brush them teeth and wash that face, I want you to think of this here song in your head. And if you remember it, sing along with it. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I've been on this journey for 45 years. I had some good times as well as I have shed some tears. I'm getting better and better every day, feeling like I'm moving in the right way. It's been a long time coming. I pay my dues, I put that work in, baby. Trying to be a better me done damn near drove me crazy. But it was worth it, baby, cause I love it, baby. And I'm a better me. I remember when I used to be a younger me. Oh, if I knew then what I know now. Now I'm as wise as an old owl, feeling young and gifted like a soul child. And I feel good to be me, 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 me. And I'm so proud of the man that I have grown to be, be. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I want to give a shout out to my wife. I want to give a shout out to my son, King. His birthday coming up Monday, 15. Boy, it's one of the greatest things I ever done in my life, man. 15 years strong, man. 15 years strong, man. Come May 27, man. It'll be, hey, look, it will be, and so far up until this point, it is the greatest contribution that I have gave in the whole entirety of my being. And I'm committed to giving two, not one, but two better humans than I could ever be to carry the legacy of me. So happy birthday, boy. I want to give a shout out to my daughter, Journey. I love you. She teach me so much. I told her I ain't never been the daddy of a teenage girl. And she ain't never been a teenage girl. So we learning together. And I told her just always remember and always know, no matter where we at on the journey, we learning together, and I'm on your side. I'm in your corner. I got your back. I'm going to fight the fight with you, and I'll fight it for you. Just don't never forget that, and we going to be all right. I want to give a shout out to Blow, hell of a green room. I want to give a shout out to Crump, hell of a green room. I want to give a shout out to my wife, hell of a green room, Keisha. I want to give a shout out to my little sister, Eb, hell of a green room, Eb. I want to give a shout out to Miss Gwen and everybody at work, hell of a green room, y'all. I want to give a shout out to Cuz in Detroit, to Sean Patterson, hell of a week, bro. Cuz say, man, when your call come through, man, if I ain't allocated or in a position to give at least 2 hours to it, man, I'm telling you right now, cuz, I ain't gonna answer. And my big cousin answered the phone. And we went 2 hours and 48 minutes of pure hero training, motivation, inspiration. Words of encouragement. I'm talking about when we hung up after 2 hours and 48 minutes. He said, "Cuz, we can't make this shit up." And this ain't no facade. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Bam, man. I love you, Bam. Hey, man, I love everybody. If I miss you, Wood. If I my brother Munt, the trucking squad, I love all y'all, man. Everybody that come in contact with me or everybody that I come in contact with. If I'm just a part in your movie like you a part in mine, I hope that I play my part in a way that is solely divine, because you sure have in mind. I love y'all. Hold me down.